Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special edition here today on my channel. And it's a special edition because today we're exploring the world of minimalist German design with a close look at the Sternglas Egor Black. Now this is a timepiece that is a true embodiment of Bauhaus-inspired design, and I've been lucky enough to test this Egor Black around the brilliant city of Paris during the very recent Olympics, taking it to the fantastic Stade De France on what I can only describe as a once-in-a-lifetime Olympic hospitality experience for the athletics. And that was all before wandering around the Louvre Museum, which is the National Art Museum of France, to see the world-famous masterpiece from Leonardo Da Vinci, the one and only Mona Lisa. And of course taking the Sternglas Egor around the beautiful Eiffel Tower on the Champ de Mars in the heart of Paris. Now Sternglas is a brand that has a brilliant reputation for delivering a vast range of quality watches with a focus on minimalist design, and I must say that I'm super excited to be reviewing this today. But before we dive into the details, please remember to drop a comment at the end of the video and hit the subscribe button now. I'd absolutely love to hear your opinions on the Sternglas Egor Black and actually any other watch videos that I produce in the future. And of course, please do stick around until the end of my review for my usual walk around, where you will see the Egor Black in and around the utterly beautiful city of Paris, here in the wonderful country of France. So let's get started.
So just to reiterate what was said in the opening 90-second spec, the Sternglas Egor Black measures in at a very slim 6mm in thickness, 38mm in diameter, 41mm lug to lug, 20mm at the lug, with this sweat-resistant nylon strap which doesn't taper down at all by the time it reaches the sign buckle. And in my hand today is the Egor Black on the stone grey nylon strap, but other variations are available, the dark blue and the dark green, with all three variations available on the modern black leather strap or brown leather straps, and each of the dial variations have their own respective nylon strap too. The dark blue has the orange, dark green the yellow, and this, the black, has the grey. And the dial of the Egor Black is the epitome of minimalist design and conforms very well to Sternglas's overall Bauhaus feel and brand identity. Now designed in Hamburg, Germany, this watch definitely showcases very much a 1970s retro vibe and aesthetic. It features a very bold black matte background that contrasts beautifully with the white ring that surrounds it. And for me, the dial of the Sternglas watch exudes a striking blend of modern minimalism and also a little bit of vintage charm. Now that deep black canvas serves as a backdrop that enhances the stark contrast of the dial's elements and is punctuated by those very vibrant orange rectangular design elements that sit on either side of the hour markers. Now whilst Bauhaus is minimalist in design, there is a huge focus on symmetry at every single angle, so you will see hour numerals positioned at every hour rather than just say the 3, 6, 9 and 12 o'clock positions. And symmetry is very prevalent on the dial of this watch. The minute markers are black on this white ring that really gives a bold contrast to that black canvas. The use of contrasting colours is seen on this dial as a hallmark of Bauhaus design, where bold hues and stark contrasts are usually employed to enhance functionality whilst maintaining a visually striking aesthetic. You have the Sternglas logo under the 12 with a statement Zeitmesser below it, Zeitmesser meaning timepiece. And also note the discrete date window positioned at the 6 o'clock, adding a practical touch without disrupting the dial symmetry at all, but in my opinion perhaps would have served better the design of this watch had that date window been in black with white numerals in my opinion. The hands are pretty sleek alpha hands, very much showcasing a sense of depth and dimension, but actually also simplicity on the watch face while maintaining very good legibility. This watch is a quartz, details of which I'll come to in a sec, and note the absence of a seconds hand. Now I'm not sure what that does to anybody's OCD. I mean, there will be a fair few who want and need that seconds hand rotating around the dial, and those who enjoy the visual movement and the precise tracking that a seconds hand offers, and its absence might feel a little like something is missing. On the other hand, there are definitely those who feel that there's definitely a certain charm and elegance that can be quite appealing to watches that have no seconds functionality. I don't know, they often exude a minimalist aesthetic, especially so in this case, focusing on simplicity and clarity. And the absence of a ticking seconds hand also brings a sense of calmness as the passage of time feels less frantic and a little bit more relaxed. On a practical level, the lack of a seconds hand might appeal to those who appreciate a watch as more of a style statement or an accessory rather than a precise tool. And I'd be really interested to know what you think, so please let me know in the comments below. And that dial sits underneath this sapphire crystal, with Sternglas saying that they've applied double anti-reflective coating to that sapphire. Now, the dome sapphire crystal looks great in my opinion and certainly complements the shape of the case, but actually it also boosts the durability of the watch, making it more resistant to scratches and daily wear. Now, I found the AR to work okay as I walked around Paris. It was quite reflective sometimes. I mean, it was in the middle of August and a bright sunny day, but it seemed to hold up okay. In terms of lume, you have luminova across the hands, and the lume is actually also two-toned on those hour markers, making this look pretty decent when it starts to get dark. Now, there's not much else I can say about the lume, so let's just appreciate it for a moment longer. The case of the Egor Black is crafted from robust 316L stainless steel. Its clean aesthetic and lack of unnecessarily embellishments make it a true Bauhaus-inspired piece. The round edges and mix of both brushed finish on the underside of the case and polished finish on the upper certainly adds to its refined look, while a compact size makes it versatile for both formal and casual settings in my opinion, obviously depending on what strap you have attached to it. It's a very classic Sternglas case in my opinion, nothing overly complicated, very rounded indeed, with these protruding lugs brushed, and which are very angular, adding to a bit of a sharp cutting edge to the overall feel of this watch. And note the crown located at the 3 o'clock position and is knurled for easy grip, and is signed with the Sternglas logo too. Now, this watch offers a water resistance of up to 50 meters, which means it can handle daily splashes or very, very brief immersions in water, but it's not designed for swimming or diving, so please do keep it out at the local swimming baths and the sea if you can. The Egor Black in my hands today is paired with a high quality field strap made from durable sweat resistant nylon, and I must say I'm really liking it. Sternglas were kind enough to give me the option of which dial colour and strap variation to review from the range of Egor variations, and this combination was my pick. Now, the strap feels pretty robust, very well made, firm yet comfortably flexible and pliable. Now, the spring bars that fasten this strap onto the case are quick release, which is a bonus for me and my clumsy hands, and it's also worth noting that the fixed keepers on the strap are polished steel and very much complements the case really well and adds to that 1970s retro vibe in my opinion. Now, inside, the Egor Black beats the Ronda 712 quartz movement with date function and boasts 60 months of battery life. Now, the Egor range is a quartz range, by the way. There is no automatic variation, but the utilization of the Ronda 712, which is a pretty thin movement at 2.5mm thick, is a good choice for the 6mm case. Now, I personally would have liked to have had an automatic variation at, say, I don't know, the $350 USD price point, so I had the option of seeing a seconds hand sweep around the dial, even if it was only 21,600 BPH. I just feel that that bold white circular perimeter of this dial, sporting those black minute markers, would feel more like its design is justified, if not utilized more so with the addition of a sweeping seconds hand. I mean, it's not alien for Sternglas to produce a watch design that is both quartz and automatic, so in my opinion would have been nice to see the latter as an option. And that Ronda 712 movement is contained behind this quite lovely polished steel caseback sporting the Sternglas logo, some Bauhaus-inspired shapes, with a key design feature of this caseback in the middle, which is the serial number, pretty large and bold, slap bang in the middle of this caseback, which in my opinion looks pretty cool. On my 7.5-inch wrist it wears, well, what can I say, it actually wears really nice. It's 38mm, right? And that's on the small size for me from a specification point of view, but actually, as I'm getting older, I'm being more convinced as time goes by that 38mm up to 40mm in size strikes a perfect balance between modern and classic proportions on my wrist. The watch feels really light too and comfortable. Now, I weighed it in at 51 grams on this nylon strap, so yeah, like I say, feels pretty light and comfortable. I mean, I do have the benefit of 2 layers of this nylon strap between the caseback and the skin of my wrist, and initially I was worried that these lower protruding points of these lugs, which feels a tad on the sharp side I must say, would essentially dig into my skin, being only 41mm lug to lug, but it actually didn't. I think the lightness of the case overall means that this hasn't got that heavy, bulky feel on the wrist. I mean, the Egor on the nylon strap looks pretty cool and pretty casual too, in my opinion, and I wore it around the streets of Paris wearing a very sad Paris 2024 tee, shorts and a pair of Nike Air Max SCs, and I felt it very much blended in pretty well with my casual attire. The Sternglas Egor Black is available on the Sternglas website right now for £279 sterling, which is approximately 367 USD or 3 to 8 euros. Now, given the quality of the materials and arguably reliable movement, but most of all this brilliant design that speaks Bauhaus to you and fills your wrist with Sternglas's brand identity, this watch offers fairly decent value for money, and you can get another 5% off that rate, don't forget, if you sign up to their newsletter. And it's worth noting that that price includes duty, so you won't be stung by the taxman, and includes a 24-month warranty. Now, Sternglas is a very well established brand and with a very huge and very loyal customer base, so I have no doubts that there will be plenty of demand at this rate.
I mean, overall, the Sternglas Egor Black really is a great addition to any watch collection, in my personal opinion, especially for those who appreciate minimalist design. Now, I'm a bit of a fan of the Sternglas brand anyway. I really like the guys there, and they've trusted me to give them a comprehensive but very honest review of their watches twice now. Now, obviously, I'll always say what I think regardless of my relationship with the brand, but I actually happen to really like their designs, and the Egor is no exception. I just love that Bauhaus and 1970s retro design. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm glad Sternglas don't break from their brand identity, but at the same time continue to churn out new releases that feel a little bit different from their last. Now, I've really enjoyed my time in Paris with the Sternglas Egor Black on my wrist on my once-in-a-lifetime trip. Watching the Olympics with my two little lads with this on my wrist was a very special time for me. So for me, this is something that will never leave my watch box. It really was the perfect companion throughout my time in Paris. Now, the Sternglas Egor Black is a beautifully designed, versatile watch with a lovely 1970s retro simplicity that will be a great addition to any collection around any city in the world, not least the beautiful city of Paris.
Cette place en finale.
Asian record holder, Lume. Queen of China, currently outside the top 12 position. It's going to go over 61.08 this.
If you enjoyed this review, and in particular the walkaround of Paris, why not watch my recent review of the Swatch Blue heel flip for more Paris sights. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.